Let's talk about the Heyhae nail strips. They claim to be gel nail strips that don't require a UV or LED light. Are they any good? And is their got-to-go remover worth the $14 price tag? Let's find out. It comes with a prep pad that helps you with one of the first steps, removing all moisture and oil to the nail. I realize now as I'm editing this that it says you should remove the oil immediately before applying every individual nail strip. I instead removed all the oil at the same time at the beginning. I don't think that should make too much of a difference, and it seems a little annoying to have to do it the way they suggested, but that's just me. After using the prep pad, I chose the right size of nail strip, which was a struggle for me. I felt like a couple of my nails were in between sizes, which was annoying. I then applied the nail strip and trimmed them with nail clippers. They do provide a small nail file that I also used to trim it down to the right length. Honestly, trimming them was tough too. I struggled to make them all the right size, but I think with practice it would get easier. Later, I went in and I used a glass file, which I think helped. Once I was ready, I took my nails out into the sun for a few minutes to cure. Now for my thoughts on the product. Curing them in the sun definitely worked, which is great because I don't own a UV or LED light. Although, obviously you can't do your nails with these when it's cloudy or at night if you don't have a light. So when I was testing these out, I was actually racing against time since I was doing them in the late afternoon. On another note, this also takes practice to apply properly. Also, you can't be in a rush when applying these. I was in a bit of a rush when I was applying these, and so I later had to fix up my shaping that I did. In my opinion, they kind of still look like nail strips or fake nails, not like I actually painted them on. But it's not terrible in my opinion. It took me about 30 minutes from start to finish, which isn't too bad really. Also, they lasted a long time. The only reason I took them off after 8 days was because they had a little gap in some spots between the nail strip and my nail, and I was afraid of moisture sitting there from washing my hands and whatnot, so that's why I ended up taking them off. To take them off, I used the got-to-go remover. They claim it's gentle, damage-free, and moisturizing. I was curious because 1, I normally have awful damage after wearing gel nails, and 2, I struggle removing gel nail polish with acetone. I'm pretty impatient when it comes to removing my gel nail polish usually. You're supposed to put a couple drops of this product on the edges of your nail, let it absorb for a few seconds, then use the wooden stick provided in the nail strip package to get it off. Hopefully you didn't lose it when you put your nail strips on. Then you add more of the remover in the gaps as you go. Take your time letting it soak the remover as you go so no damage happens. It took me about 20 minutes to remove the nail strips, and I was surprised to see no damage at all. My nails were in great shape afterwards. So I definitely would recommend the remover if you use the nail strips. Would I recommend the nail strips? Well, that's another question. It depends. I personally don't think I'll use them again, but that's because I have a lot of nail polish and many of the designs from Heyhae are pretty simple. If I find one I love and I couldn't do on my own, then sure, I would use them again. If I loved their designs and didn't like painting my nails, then maybe I would use these more. It's definitely a cool idea. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.